Happy Friday, everybody. I am back with another Friday DBR takeover, and in case if you've missed me these past few weeks, my name is Stuart Huggins, and I am the student intern here at the Wesley Center in Chattanooga. And I like to jump over here on Fridays and send you guys off on a safe and healthy weekend with our DBR. And our DBRs for today are Psalm 90, 1 through 6, and also 13 through 17. Deuteronomy 32, 1 through 14 and 18. Titus 2, 7 through 8 and 11 through 15. Or you could also read Psalm 1, Deuteronomy 9, 25 through 10, verse 5. Titus chapter 2, 7 through 8 and 11 through 15. And I guess what I'm doing today, I'm jumping back to a psalm like I have been when I first started doing DVR. So we're back in Psalms now, guys. So we're going to focus on Psalm 90, 1 through 6. That's going to be our primary focus today. So let's jump into it. So Lord, you have always been our dwelling place throughout all generations. Before the mountains were born, or you brought forth the whole world, from everlasting to everlasting, you are God. You turn people back to dust, saying, "Return to dust, you mortals." 1,000 years in your sight is like a day that has just gone by, or like a watch in the night. Yet you sweep people away in the sleep of death. They are like the new grass in the morning. The morning it springs up new, but by evening it is dry and withered. All right, so my people who always come back and view my videos, especially my older videos, y'all know that I like to chunk it up, chop it up, and break down every verse. So, in verse 1, a home for us means kind of like welcome us, like a place we can go, a comfortable place, kind of like you would go home when you go home, like kind of like how you feel when you go home. So in John 14:2 it says, "I, Jesus, am going to make a place for you." Jesus meant that a place to go when we pass away and when we die and our spirits go home. But we always go to God while we are still alive on earth, wherever we are. We will always ask God to walk through things with us, right? So in verse 2, it sees God as a father. We are his children. He is our father. The earth and the world are his creation. The world is part of this vast universe that he's created. And this tells us specific words that God made to create the universe. Verse 3, there are two things that made me think about Genesis 2 through 3. And those things are powder on the ground, or another word is dust. I think the translation I just read was dust. Genesis tells us that God made men and women from dust. Adam was the first man that God made, not made God. We are all sons of Adam. And we can translate this to all men and women. In verse 4, 1,000 years, here it made me think of Genesis. Men and women that lived for a very, very long time. Methuselah was nearly 1,000 years old when he died. This verse means what is a very long time to us is a short term to God, right? The blade of the grass, it's a year, 1,000 years is like a day to him, or a watch in the night, right? Verse 5 talks, so the Bible talks about death as sleep. One day after we die, we will wake up and we're going to see the most beautiful creation, the most beautiful thing in the world, which is God's face. And we're going to shine in the glory of the Lord. So verse 6, and this is our final verse we'll go over. Grass is in Israel does not grow for long. It'll die pretty quickly with the climate they have there. So the psalm tells us that people are the same. God will always be alive, but men and women will die soon. Well, all right, guys, that is our DBR for today, and I hope you guys have a safe and healthy weekend. And if you want to come by, we will be hiking this Sunday to Craven's house in Flintstone, I believe is where it's located at. Check your the newsletter for that, as well as our social media sites for that. and I will see you guys later. Peace.